Surah Hud, Surah number 11.
In the name of God, the most gracious, the ever merciful.
This is Surah, Alif Lam Ra. This is the book, whose verses were initially concise. Then, they were explained from the wise and knowledgeable God. So that you do not worship anyone, except Him.
I am from Him a warner, and a deliverer of glad tidings.
And that seek forgiveness from your Lord, then turn to Him. He will abundantly provide you, until a fixed period of time. And will bless every person worthy of favor with His favor. But if you turn away, I fear for you the torment of a horrific day. All of you have to return to God alone. And He has power over all things. Do you observe them? They turn away their chests to hide from God. Beware! When they cover themselves with sheets for this purpose, even then, they are before His eyes. He knows what they conceal and what they reveal. He is even aware of the secrets in the hearts. There is not a single living being on earth whose sustenance is not the responsibility of God. And He knows his dwelling. And also the place where he will be consigned to the earth after death. All this is written in an open book. And it is He who has created the heavens and the earth in 6 days. And before your creation, His throne was on water. Created you to test you as to which of you is better regarding deeds. Now, O prophet, if you say to them, people, you will be raised to life again after death, these disbelievers will surely cry out. This is plain magic. And if we defer the torment of this world from them, for a while, they shall definitely ask, what has withheld it? Listen. The day it alights on them, it will not be averted. And they will be surrounded by precisely what they are making fun of. Such is the matter of a human being, that if we bless him with some favor, then deprive him of it, he shall definitely complain, because he is quick to lose hope, and is very ungrateful. And if after some adversity that has inflicted him, we make him taste a favor, he shall certainly say, my adversities have left me, and will rejoice, because he is very arrogant and boastful. Only those are an exception to this, who are steadfast and do righteous deeds. For them is forgiveness, and a great reward as well. So, O prophet, because of this attitude that they have adopted, perhaps you want to leave out a part of what is being revealed to you. And it is distressing you that these people will say, why was not a treasure revealed to him, or why was not an angel sent with him? In reality, you are only a warner. And in future everything is entrusted to God. Do they say, the prophet has fabricated it himself? Tell them. Then you also bring forth 10 such fabricated surah like it. And call in whoever you can, except God, if you are truthful. However, if they do not come to your rescue, know that this has been revealed with God's knowledge. And also that no one, except God, is to be worshipped. Then do you accept? They are becoming its disbelievers, because the life of this world has deceived them. Tell them. Those who desire the life of the world, and its finery, we reward them for their deeds here, and no loss do they suffer in this. It is these people for whom there is nothing but fire in the hereafter. Whatever they did in the world, all stands wiped out. And their deeds shall now bear no fruit. So, can a person, who is on a clear proof from his Lord, then as its corroboration, another witness also comes after it, from his Lord. And before this the book of Moses is also present as a guide, and mercy, reject this Quran? Certainly not. Such people shall surely profess faith in it. And, whoever among these groups of your addressees rejects it, for him, the fire is the promised abode. Therefore, O prophet, do not be in any doubt about it. Because it is a truth from your Lord, but most people do not believe. Tell them. Who can be more unjust than those who ascribe falsehood to God? They will be presented before their Lord. And the witnesses will bear witness that these are the ones who had fabricated a lie on God. Listen. God's curse be on the unjust, who stop people from the path of God, and seek to distort it. And it is they who deny the hereafter. They were not beyond God's grasp in the earth. Nor did they have any supporter there, except God. However, they continued to hold this opinion, because of the respite we had given them. They will now be given a twofold torment, because they could neither hear nor see. It is they who have put themselves into a loss. And whatever they would fabricate has been lost from them. There is no doubt that in the hereafter they will be in the greatest loss. On the contrary, those who professed faith and did righteous deeds and remained submitted to their Lord, it is they who are the dwellers of paradise. They shall abide in it forever. The example of both these groups is as if one is blind and deaf, and one can see and hear. Can both have the same state? Then, do you not think? In a similar way, we had sent Noah as a messenger to his nation. He said to the people of his nation, I am an open warner for you that you should worship no one but God. If you do this, I fear for you the torment of a painful day. At this, the chiefs of his nation, who were disbelievers, said, We consider you as only a person like us. And we only see the lowliest among us blindly following you. We do not think that you have any superiority over us. In fact, we are thinking of you as a blatant liar. Noah replied, People of my nation, just think that if I am on a clear argument from my Lord, then he has also blessed me with his special mercy, and you could not see that. So, should we forcibly stick it on you when you have an aversion to it? O people of my nation, I am not asking for any wealth from you for this service, that I should be compelled to accept everything you say. My reward rests with God only. And in order to please you, I am never going to turn out those who have accepted faith. They will be meeting their Lord with this faith of theirs. Only, he will decide their worth. But I see that you are given to ignorance. O people of my nation, who will help me in being protected from God if I turn them out? Then do you not think? I do not say to you that I have the treasures of God, nor do I have the knowledge of the unseen. I also do not claim to be an angel. And like you, I cannot dare say about those whom your eyes see as inferior, that God can never bless them with any good. God alone better knows whatever is in their hearts. If I do this, I shall be among the unjust. At this, those people said, Noah, you have argued with us, and argued a lot. Now, if you are truthful, bring forth on us that which you are threatening us with. Noah replied, Only God will bring it forth on you, if he desires. And at that time, you shall not be able to escape his grasp. Even if I want to be your well-wisher, my well-wishing can be of no use to you. If as a result of this attitude of yours, God has decided to lead you astray, he alone is your Lord, and to him you have to return. Do they say, to ascribe it to us, this person has concocted this anecdote himself? Tell them, O prophet, if I have concocted it myself, then the evil consequence of my crime will come on me. But you are responsible for the crime of intentionally denying the truth, being perpetrated by you. I am acquitted from it. Then, it was revealed to Noah that no others among your nation will accept faith, except the ones who already have. So, stop grieving at their misdeeds, and make a ship under our supervision, and according to our guidance. Do not say anything to me in favor of these unjust people. They are now destined to drown. Noah began making the ship in accordance with this guidance. And, when the chiefs of his nation passed by him, they would laugh at him. He would reply to them, If you laugh at us, then just as you laugh, one day we shall laugh at you. Then you will soon know the ones who are visited by that torment, which humiliates them. And that scourge descends, that stays stationed on them after its descent. They continued to do this until, when our directive arrived, and the storm erupted. We said, Place in the ship a pair of every type of animal species, both male and female. And also board your family on this ship, except for those about whom a judgment has been passed. And they also who have professed faith. And few were the ones who had professed faith with him. Noah said, Board it. Its sailing and setting anchor is with the name of God alone. My Lord, however, is forgiving. He is ever merciful. That ship began to take them between waves as high as mountains. And Noah called upon his son, who was standing apart, at a small distance from him. Son, board with us, and do not be with these disbelievers. He replied, I shall presently take refuge in some mountain that will protect me from this water. Noah said, There is no one to save today from God's directive, except to whom he shows mercy. In the meantime, a wave came between the two, and he was also among those drowned. It was ordered, O earth, swallow up your water, and cease, O sky. Thus the water was brought down. The judgment was passed. The ship came to rest at Judy, and it was said, May the curse of God be on this unjust nation. Noah called on his Lord, and said, Lord, my son is from my family, and no doubt that true is your promise. And among the judges you are the greatest. God said, Noah, he is not from your family. He is an extremely wretched person. So, do not ask me about which you have no knowledge at all. I urge you to not be among those who are overwhelmed by emotions. Noah immediately said, Lord, I seek refuge with you from asking you something of which I have no knowledge. If now you do not forgive me and not have mercy on me, I shall be among the losers. God said, Disembark Noah with our peace and blessings upon you, and also upon those communities which will come into existence from those with you. And after this, there are some communities which we shall provide for in future. Then, because of their misdeeds, a painful torment from us will seize them as well. These are the news of the unseen, which, O prophet, we are revealing to you. Neither you knew them before this, nor were the people of your nation aware of them. So, remain steadfast. The ultimate triumph is for those who fear God. Similarly to Ad, we sent their brother Hud. He invited them. People of my nation, worship God. No one else is your God. In reality, you are fabricating mere falsehoods against him. People of my nation, I say this to you as your well-wisher. I do not demand any reward from you on this. My reward is with He who created me. Then do you not understand? People of my nation, seek forgiveness from your Lord. Then turn to Him. He will pour down abundant rain on you and increase your strength further. Do not turn away as criminals. They replied, O Hud, you have not brought any clear sign to us. And on the other hand, it is our decision that we are neither leaving our deities merely at your bidding, nor believing in you. We shall only say that you have been inflicted with a punishment from one of our deities. Hud said, I make God as a witness. And you also be a witness that I am totally acquitted from those whom you associate with God. So, all of you may scheme against me in whatever way you want to. Then, do not give me the slightest respite. I have put my trust in God, in my and your Lord. The forehead of every living being is in His hands. My Lord surely is on the straight path. Even after this, if you pay no heed, then I have delivered the message with which I was sent to you. Now, my Lord will grant authority to some other nation in your place, and you will not be able to harm him in any way. Surely, my Lord guards everything. Then it ensued that, when our judgment was passed, we delivered with our mercy Hud and those who had believed with him, and in this manner saved them from a very harsh torment. These were the odd. They rejected the revelations of their Lord, did not obey His messengers, and continued to follow the way of every tyrant and defiant enemy of the truth. Finally, a curse was made to follow them in this world, and on the day of judgment too. Listen. The odd showed disbelief in their Lord. Listen. The odd were accursed, people of Hud nation. In a similar way to the Thamud, we sent their brother Salih as a messenger. He invited them. O people of my nation! Worship God, there is for you no God, except Him. He has raised you from the earth, and made you populate it. For this reason, seek forgiveness from Him. Then turn to Him. My Lord is near. And also one who accepts the supplications of His people. They replied, Salih. Before this, a lot of hope was pinned in you, among us. But, what a person you turned out to be! Do you now want to stop us from the worship of the deities that have been worshipped by our forefathers? We are in a great doubt that has confounded us. Because of that, which you are calling us to. He said, People of my nation, reflect a little, that if I am on a clear sign from my Lord, and He has also granted me a special grace from Himself, then who can save me from God's grasp if I disobey Him? So, from what you desire, you will only increase in ruining me from it. People of my nation, this is God's she-camel as a sign for you. Thus leave it, that it may graze in the land of God. And do not touch it with any evil intention, otherwise, a torment will soon visit you. Then, it happened, that they hamstrung her. At this, Salih warned them. Thrive in this settlement of yours for 3 more days. This warning is not going to be a false one. Thus, when our directive was given, we delivered with our special grace Salih and those who professed belief with him from that torment, and saved them from the humiliation of that day. There is no doubt that your Lord alone is powerful and mighty. And a violent roar overtook those who had been unjust, and they were left lying face down in their houses, as if they never lived in them. Listen! The Thamud disbelieved in their Lord. Listen! The Thamud were cursed. And in the case of Lut, what happened was that, first our angels had come to Abraham with a glad tiding. They said, Peace. Abraham replied, Peace be to you too. Then, not much time elapsed, when Abraham brought to them a roasted calf to show his hospitality. But, when he saw that their hands were not reaching towards it, he felt some strangeness from them, and began fearing them a little in his heart. They said, Fear not. We have been sent towards the people of Lut. Abraham's wife was standing nearby. So, she laughed with joy. Then, we gave her glad tidings of Isaac, and after Isaac, Jacob. She said, Alas! Will I beget a child when I myself am old? And this husband of mine has also grown old? This is a very strange thing. The angels replied, Do you express wonder on God's words? Family of Abraham, God's mercy and blessings are on you. Surely, God has all praiseworthy attributes. He has great majesty. Then, when Abraham's fear left him, and he received glad tidings, he began arguing with us about the nation of Lut. In reality, Abraham was very gracious and very affectionate, and one who was very focused towards his Lord. Abraham, leave aside this debate. The directive of your Lord has been issued. And now, that torment is going to visit them, which cannot be warded off. After this, when our angels came to Lut, he was very sad at their arrival, and was heart-wrenched, and said, This is a day of great calamity. The people of his nation, seeing the arrival of some handsome boys, came running to him spontaneously. They were already keen for such vulgarities. He said, O people of my nation, these are my daughters. They are purer for you. So, fear God, and do not humiliate me in the matter of my guests. Is there no upright person among you? They replied, You do know that we have no right over your daughters, and you very well know what we desire. Lot said, Would that I had the power to combat you, or I could take refuge with a strong support. The angel said, Lot, we have been sent by your Lord. Rest assured. they will not even be able to come near you. So, leave this place with your family in the last part of the night. And none of you should look back, except for your wife. Because she is to go through what these people will go through. The time of mourning is fixed for their punishment. Why do you worry? Is not the morning near? Then, when our directive arrived, we overturned that settlement and hurled on it layered stones of hard clay, which were marked from your Lord. And they were not very far away from these unjust people. And towards Madian we sent their brother Shuaib as a messenger. He invited them. People of my nation, worship God. You do not have any deity except Him. And do not weigh and measure less. I see you in prosperity. But I fear for you the torment of the day, which will surround you. People of my nation, weigh and measure with full fairness. And do not give things to people by lessening them. And do not go about spreading disorder in the land. Only the prophet given by God is better for you if you are true believers. My responsibility is to only make you understand. And I have not been deputed as to teach you that we leave those which our forefathers used to worship. Or we should not use our wealth the way we want to? In your view, all people of the past and present were foolish and misguided. And among us the only wise and upright person left is you. He replied, People of my nation, just think that if I am on clear evidence from my Lord, then He has also provided me with a goodly sustenance in the form of revelations from Himself. So, what except this should I invite to? By opposing you, I myself certainly do not want to do what I am stopping you from. I only want to set right affairs as much as I can. I shall receive its urge from God only. I have trusted Him alone, and I turn to Him only. People of my nation, it may happen that your stubbornness against me reach the extent that you are also visited by the calamity which visited the people of Noah, or the people of Hud, or the people of Salih, and the people of Lut are also not far away from you. And listen. If you want to remain secure, seek forgiveness from your Lord. Then turn back towards Him. In reality, my Lord is extremely merciful and very loving. They replied, Shuaib, we do not understand much of what you say. And we see that you are a weak person among us. But for your clan, we would have stoned you to death. You are not the slightest powerful for us. Shuaib said, People of my nation, is my clan more powerful to you than God? You fear it, and by overlooking God have cast Him behind your backs. In reality, whatever you do is encompassed by my Lord. People of my nation, continue doing at your place whatever you are doing. So will I. Soon you will know who is visited by a punishment that humiliates him, and who is a liar. Wait. And I am also waiting with you. At this, when our directive was issued, we delivered with our special blessing Shuaib and those who had accepted faith with him. And those who had been unjust to their souls were struck by a roar. And they were left lying face down in their houses, as if they never lived there. Listen. The people of Madian were also cursed, the way the Thamud were. In a similar way, we had sent Moses to the Pharaoh and his chiefs as a messenger with our signs and a clear proof. Then they obeyed what the Pharaoh said, even though what he said was not correct. On the day of judgment, he will be in front of his people and will lead them to hell. What an evil place in which they will descend! A curse followed them in this world and also in the hereafter. What an evil reward were they given! These are the accounts of the settlements we are narrating to you. Some of them are standing, and the produce of some has been reaped. We were not unjust to them. In fact, they had been unjust to themselves. Then, when the directive of your Lord was issued, their deities, whom they invoked besides God, were of no benefit to them. They only increased them in ruin. Such is the grasp of your Lord, when He seizes the settlements while they are showing injustice. In reality, His grasp is very woeful and stern. Surely, there is a great sign in this for those who fear the torment of the hereafter. It is a day for which all people shall be gathered. And it shall be a day of presence. We are only deferring it for a short while. When that day arrives, no one shall be able to speak without God's permission. Then among people, some shall be unfortunate, and some fortunate. So, those who are unfortunate shall land in hell. For them is screaming and crying there. They shall remain there as long as the heavens and the earth of that world are intact. Except if your Lord wills something else. Undoubtedly, your Lord is able to do whatever He wills. As for the fortunate, they shall be in paradise. They shall abide in it as long as the heavens and the earth of that world are intact. Except if your Lord wills something else, as a grant from Him that shall never cease. So, O Prophet, do not be in any doubt about what they worship. They are worshipping the way their forefathers before them worshipped. It is our decision that we too shall give them their share in full, without any reduction. We had given the book to Moses. Then, a similar difference about it also arose. Had a matter not been finalized earlier by your Lord, this difference between them would have been settled. In reality, they are in a confounding doubt about whatever you are presenting before them. Rest assured, your Lord shall surely reward each of them in full for their deeds. He is certainly aware of what they are doing. So, remain steadfast, as you have been directed. And they too, who have turned together with you towards their Lord. And do not be deviant. No doubt, He is observing whatever you are doing. In spite of their words of hope and fear, do not incline yourself towards these unjust people the slightest. Otherwise, fire will seize you as well, and none, except God, will be your supporter. Then, you will also not receive help from anywhere. And listen, O Prophet, to remain steadfast in this path, be diligent in the prayer in both parts of the day, and in the early part of the night also. In reality, virtues take away vices. This is a reminder for those who are willing to be reminded. And be patient, because God shall not waste the reward of those who are thorough in their deeds. Then reflect on this too, that why did this not happen? That there be such virtuous people in the nations before you. Who stopped people from spreading disorder in the land? If there were such people, they were very few, who we delivered from among them. And the unjust continued to go after the bliss they were in. And they were none but wrongdoers. O Prophet, your Lord is not one who destroys the settlements because of some oppression of theirs, when its inhabitants want to mend ways. Had your Lord willed, He would have made all mankind into one community, but He did not do this. In fact, He has given them the freedom to exercise their will. So, as a result, they will always have differences among them, except those on whom your Lord has mercy. He has created them for this very reason, that they exercise their freedom of will. So, the words of your Lord that He had uttered were fulfilled. I shall fill hell with both jinn-kind and mankind. And O Prophet, we are narrating to you each of the accounts of the messengers, through which we can strengthen your heart. The truth has come to you in them. And there is an advice and a reminder in them for those who believe. Tell them, O Prophet, who are not believing, do according to your way what you want. We shall do according to our way. You also wait until the judgment of God arrives. We are also waiting. Whatever is concealed in the heavens and the earth is with God, and all matters are returned to Him alone. So, O Prophet, worship Him only, and trust Him alone. Your Lord is not unaware of whatever you are doing.